Number 1. Nashville Hot Chicken. This spicy fried chicken began in Nashville, Tennessee during the 1930s. The story is that a woman spiced her cheating boyfriend's chicken as revenge. He loved the spicy result and later opened Prince's Hot Chicken Shack. The dish stayed a local secret for decades before spreading nationwide. Cooks first fry chicken pieces in a seasoned batter until golden. Then the hot fried chicken gets brushed with a fiery cayenne oil paste. Chefs adjust heat levels from mild to dangerously hot varieties. The flavor combines deep smoky spice with rich buttery fat. A slice of white bread underneath soaks up the spicy oil. Pickles on top cut through the heat with sharp acidity. Nashville hot chicken now appears on sandwiches, wings, and even pizza. Many restaurants sell their own bottled version of the spicy oil. Applying the spice paste before frying instead of after is a frequent error. This burns the spices and turns the flavor bitter instead of bold. The heat is often assumed to come from the batter itself. In reality, nearly all of it lives in the oil coating. That single detail separates authentic Nashville hot chicken from copies. Number 2. Korean yangnyeom. This fiery glazed chicken rose to fame after the 1953 war. American Army bases introduced fried chicken to Korean cooks. Local chefs adapted the recipe with their own sauces and techniques. Yangnyeom means seasoned, referring to the sticky glaze coating each piece. Cooks double fry the chicken for an extra crisp exterior. The first fry cooks the meat, and the second fry crisps the skin. A sweet, spicy gochujang glaze coats the chicken after frying. Garlic, ginger, and rice syrup often flavor the glossy red sauce. The taste balances heat, sweetness, and deep savory notes together. Koreans often eat this chicken alongside cold beer as chamak. Fried chicken restaurants deliver it late at night across Korean cities. Skipping the second fry entirely is one of the most common errors. Without it, the coating turns soggy once the sauce is added. This chicken has a reputation for being extremely spicy that is not always accurate. Many versions actually lean sweeter with just a mild kick. The spice level depends entirely on the restaurant's recipe. Number 3. Japanese karaage. Popularity for this crispy favorite grew across Japan during the 20th century. The technique likely arrived through Chinese frying methods centuries earlier. Cooks marinate bite-sized chicken pieces in soy sauce, ginger, and garlic. The chicken then gets coated in potato starch or flour. Frying happens twice, first at a lower temperature, then hotter. This double fry method creates a light, shatteringly crisp crust. The inside stays juicy while the outside crunches with each bite. Karaage tastes savory and slightly sweet with a garlicky finish. A lemon wedge often accompanies the dish for brightness. Japanese families serve karaage in bento boxes and izakaya menus. It also works well cold, making it perfect for lunchboxes. Wheat flour instead of potato starch is a mistake that ruins the crunch. It absorbs more oil and loses that signature crispness. Karaage and tempura get confused by many people despite being quite different. Tempura uses a light batter, while karaage relies on starch coating. The two techniques produce very different textures entirely. Number 4. Popcorn chicken. Known locally as yansuji, this snack originated in Taiwanese night markets. Vendors began selling bite-sized fried chicken decades ago. The name translates roughly to salt and pepper chicken. Chefs marinate small chicken chunks in soy sauce and 5-spice powder. The pieces get dusted with sweet potato starch before frying. Fresh basil leaves are fried briefly and added on top. That fried basil adds a fragrant, slightly crispy finishing touch. The taste blends peppery spice with a subtle 5-spice warmth. Vendors often shake the chicken with chili powder and white pepper. This snack is a staple of Taiwan's famous night markets. People eat it straight from a paper cone while walking around. Home cooks frequently forget the fried basil, missing a key step. Without it, the dish loses its signature aromatic character. This chicken is often mistaken for a Western fast food invention. The Taiwanese version actually predates most Western popcorn chicken chains. Its texture and seasoning remain distinctly different from the American snack. Number 5. Chicken 65. Chennai, India gave birth to this fiery starter in 1965. The Bahari Hotel restaurant first served this dish that same year. One popular story claims the name comes from that very year. Others say it originally used 65 small chicken pieces. Cooks marinate chicken in yogurt, ginger, garlic, and red chili. The marinated pieces are then deep fried until deeply red and crisp. Curry leaves and green chilies get tossed in during a final saute. The flavor hits hard with tangy, spicy, and garlicky notes. It works as a starter, a snack, or a spicy side dish. Restaurants across South India serve it as a signature appetizer. Leaving yogurt out of the marinade is a misstep that costs tenderness. Without it, the chicken also loses its signature tangy edge. There is a widespread belief that this dish is unbearably spicy for everyone. Home versions often tone down the chili for milder palates. The heat level varies widely between different regional kitchens. Number 6. Jerk chicken. Jamaica's maroon communities developed this smoky dish generations ago. Escaped enslaved Africans developed the technique in mountain hideouts. They combined African spicing methods with native Caribbean ingredients. Scotch bonnet peppers and allspice form the backbone of jerk seasoning. Cooks rub chicken with this fiery aromatic spice paste overnight. Traditional jerk chicken cooks slowly over pimento wood smoke. That specific wood gives the meat its distinctive smoky aroma. The flavor mixes intense heat with warm, sweet spice notes. Jerk chicken pairs naturally with rice, beans, and fried plantain. Jamaican festivals often center entirely around outdoor jerk cooking pits. Swapping pimento wood for regular charcoal removes much of the authentic character. This shortcut is surprisingly common outside of Jamaica. Jerk is sometimes assumed to simply mean extremely spicy seasoning. The word actually refers to this specific Jamaican cooking method. Not every spicy chicken dish qualifies as true jerk chicken. Number 7. Filipino crispy chicken. Manila's fast food chains made this crispy favorite famous nationwide. Max's restaurant became famous for its version starting in the 1940s. Cooks marinate chicken in garlic, soy sauce, and calamansi juice. The pieces are then fried until the skin turns deeply golden. Some versions coat the chicken in a light, crackling batter. Others use no batter, relying on pure crispy skin instead. The flavor leans savory and garlicky with a citrusy background note. Filipino fried chicken often comes with sweet banana ketchup on the side. Steamed rice almost always accompanies the dish at Filipino meals. Families gather around fried chicken during birthdays and celebrations. Forgetting the calamansi marinade strips the dish of its signature tang. That citrus step is easy to skip but essential. Banana ketchup gets mistaken for simply flavored tomato ketchup fairly often. It actually uses mashed banana as its main ingredient. Its taste and color come from that unusual fruit base. Number 8. Wiener Backhendl. Vienna, Austria has served this delicate cutlet for centuries. Nobility once considered fried chicken an expensive delicacy there. The dish shares its breading technique with Wiener Schnitzel. Cooks flatten chicken pieces before coating them in breadcrumbs. A dip in flour and egg comes before the breadcrumb layer. Frying happens in butter or clarified butter for rich flavor. The result is a flat, golden, delicately crunchy cutlet shape. Its taste stays mild, buttery, and comforting rather than spicy. Lemon wedges and potato salad traditionally accompany the finished dish. Austrian households often serve Backhendl for special Sunday lunches. Dry breadcrumbs instead of fresh ones weaken the final crunch considerably. Fresh breadcrumbs create a lighter, crispier texture every time. Generic fried chicken is a label this dish gets wrongly given. Its precise breading method actually links it closer to schnitzel. That connection makes Backhendl unique among the world's fried chicken styles.